50 years of saloon performances at Silver Dollar City. But what's it like to be one of the performers? We've always loved the saloon show at Silver Dollar City. It's a highlight. It's a must-see. They've been performing this show for 50 years now. But I've always kind of wondered, what's it like to be one of the performers in it? We had the incredible opportunity, thanks to Silver Dollar City, to sit down with Maddie and Heather, a couple of performers, to find out what's it like to be a saloon girl. What's their practice schedule like? And what are some of the hijinks that go on?
I've been wanting to do this for a couple years.
Aww.
And just trying to get it worked out and everything. So it was really nice at the Fire in the Hole opening to catch you and like, we can finally do this.
Yeah. That was awesome. I love it.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Goodness, where to begin?
You go off of like SirWillow on your Instagram page, right? Is that like your vlog?
I don't do as much Instagram. I'm more YouTube.
Okay, YouTube.
But I do have the Instagram. I've got Twitter, X, whatever you call it.
We'll have to subscribe to your
and
channel.
then mostly Facebook. But I got stickers and pins too. I'll give you as a thank you. It's not,
that's wonderful.
Not what I wanted to bring, but I wanted to give you guys something.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so let me have you introduce yourselves.
Sure.
I'm Heather Stolfa.
And I'm Maddie Foreman.
Okay, and how long have you been here?
This is my 5th season here.
Okay.
And this is my 9th.
9th. So you were starting right about the time I was leaving the train.
Right. I started in 2015. So is that when you...
it would have been the season after.
Okay. Yeah.
So pretty close. So you didn't get to hear me yelling as we went by.
Oh, man. Missed that.
We still hear them yelling, though. Just
yeah.
like you. They go right by our dressing room.
Now, so you're both saloon. So what led you to the saloon?
For me, I had moved to St. Louis with my husband, and I was a performer, so I was looking for performing jobs, and everyone kept telling me to audition for Silver Dollar City, and so I did, and luckily I booked the job, and so I came here, been here ever since, because it's a great job, can't complain.
So you applied specifically for the saloon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and same story a little bit with me, but I grew up coming to Silver Dollar City, and it's always been, a really special place for me. I've always been a dancer, so I started performing at a young age, and I saw the Saloon Girls, and I said, I want to do that. And I started auditioning at 18. I was a little too young. It took me a few tries. Then I finally booked the job in 2015, and the rest is history. You haven't got rid of me yet.
You're a legend.
So you had to audition a few times then?
I did. I auditioned multiple times to be able to be considered. A lot of people stay at the job because it's a good job and it's a great company. So there's not very many open spots for a full-time
Right,
job.
like I got lucky. A couple of girls had left the year before I came in, so there was a couple spots open. So I kind of got a lucky audition there.
Yeah,
Good
well,
timing.
amazing. She's amazing.
Oh.
She deserves to be here.
So are you.
Like I said, I've had fun watching you both. So when you started, I heard you talking a little bit before about when you started, and they all came to say hi.
Yes, I will never forget that. We were at an orientation, and I was sitting by myself because I had come in and it had already started. We got the wrong time or something, but we met after it was over, and I was just so shocked that everyone came up and hugged me. Everyone was hugging and so sweet and friendly, and I was just like, wow, this is a great place. Everyone's so warm and welcoming, and it's going to be a great year if everyone's already so nice to me and they don't even know me.
And a lot of us, we hang out outside of work. So we spend all day in this room, and then we actually want to hang out after. So that says something about the people that we have in here. And I mean, she was in my wedding, so I mean, we have really grown a friendship with a lot of these people here.
It's always a tight-knit family.
So, that actually hits on something a lot of people don't realize, because they see the Saloon Girls and they think single out there. You're both married.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, I think most of the Saloon Girls this year are either married or in a relationship. So, yeah, married gals.
Yeah, so not available.
Not available. We're not wild women.
Right. We're good at acting.
So after you got the job, you had orientation. And then I know I got people asking, so how much do you rehearse? How much do you practice?
So we usually have a 2-week rehearsal period. We rehearse anywhere from 4 to 7 hours each day. And then we open the show in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are usually finished with all the dance numbers within 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
So the girls come in, they knock it out pretty quickly. we just set that standard high. I feel like every year we get faster and faster.
And the longer you stay, like if there's a repeat dance number, you kind of already know the dance, so it's just a polish
A little
up and
easier
go.
to be
Right.
able to.
Yeah.
We know the
brush up.
venue, know how it works.
Yeah,
you
know the skirtography. It's a big learning
Yeah.
curve, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can imagine, compared to other dance stuff that you do, trying to maneuver the skirt's got to be.
Yeah, I remember my first year. It's definitely a learning curve because you think it feels one way, but then it looks completely different. So
Yeah, it's meticulous, particular. It has a way of, like, for example, we either sway this or you might do a sway over, and that looks
Rainbow,
completely
yeah.
different.
Yeah, but once you get it, it's like riding a bike.
Yes.
You'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Well, and like you were saying, you've been here a few years. It speeds it up. I know on the train, the first year everybody's learning, and then the second year it just goes quick. Okay, we know this already. Let's get on to new stuff. So, but you guys don't just do the dance numbers. You also take care of the floor before the show.
Right.
And sing pre-show.
Sing pre-show. Yeah.
That's the Bible, better listen your bell. Always drink when you're all alone with somebody else. Belly up to the Bible, it's very good for your mind.
Yeah, we have like 3 different jobs. So before the show, we serve up some root beer floats, popcorn, peanuts. Then we do the show, and then after we meet and greet. So there's like 3 components to every show. But I like the serving. It's fun. Gets my energy level up before the show, and it's fun to go interact with the people. Like even though the show's the same, the serving is a great way to like break up that monotony because it's always different.
Yeah, and getting to know our guests and those people that come back and see the show multiple times. They
Yes.
come back, they bring their parents or they bring their kids, and it kind of becomes a tradition for many families, and I think that's wonderful.
So the Saloon is a much more fixed script. How often do you go off script?
I would say it's loosely a fixed
Yeah.
script. I feel like whenever we start the show, we always go in with the intent that it's going to morph. We're going to add things.
Yes.
And change things up. And it's definitely a place for hijinks, as we've done over the years. But I feel like the show lends itself to that, and because it's such a tight and intimate venue, the audience kind of likes when we break that wall and they can see that a joke's been played, because that's the whole point. We want
Yes.
the audience to laugh, so when they see us having fun, it kind of just adds to the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So give me some examples of some off-script moments. Because I know we had a bunch at the train, but
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, just last week or last month, we forgot to hang the dummy that falls.
No, Becky! It's okay. I landed on my face.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
So we're like, oh no. Well, the girls launch it. Like, you see in those big movies where they knock the log, that's what we were like, 1, 2, and launch the thing out there. And it lands all like
Crumpled
weird. And, and we've always had some guests yell out random things, or like we were talking about earlier, how a guest just walked up on stage because a guy's contact fell out and she was trying to help him. And, things like that in live theater, that just happen.
Yeah.
And you have to keep the ball rolling. You got to keep going, but it makes it
Right.
fun. It makes us laugh. And
I was just telling her one of my favorite memories is when we were doing the show outside during COVID, and we saw this dust falling down on the stage, and we look up and there's a raccoon crawling across the rafters.
yeah, we're like, oh, is he
We're,
gonna
like,
fall?
trying to keep going. We're all like looking up, doing the dance, thinking what's gonna happen.
The
I
audience
think he
was
made
probably
it.
like,
He
"What?"
made it out okay. We never saw him after that.
Yeah.
I don't think, but you never
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen.
Well-
Be prepared for anything.
wildlife. So I learned something today. You've got a chipmunk that lives in here.
Oh yeah,
We call
he
him
loves
Chip.
the peanuts. I mean, why can he's
Yeah.
feasting?
He's gotten a lot
so I
of
guess
nerve.
he's over-
He comes out after every
Oh.
lunch break. He comes out and eats all the peanut shells.
How many theaters have chipmunks running around?
Resident chipmunk.
Right, right.
So, but okay, so it's a saloon. How often do you have people not realize it's not a real saloon?
Every once in a while, we get the odd fellow or so that thinks we really are saloon girls and they want to pull a garter off our leg like they used to do. But, we are a family-friendly venue, so.
Yeah, we serve root beer.
Not
Yeah,
real
root beer.
beer.
How often do you have people ask you for a real beer?
Multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? I mean, I know it has to happen often enough. what's your normal response?
I got root beer.
That's what I'm doing. We
Yeah,
got
just-
root beer.
So just
Not that
here's
kind of
it,
bar.
cut it off real quick, and
Yeah.
Yeah, you just, joke
They
with
usually
them.
don't care.
Yeah.
They're usually like, oh, I just thought it was a real bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
They don't
they're
really
joking
care.
with us. And
Yeah.
so,
People are great. We enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy getting to talk to people and, hearing where they're from. It's just so fun. And then allowing them to escape from their day-to-day lives and come in here and laugh and just forget about everything else. I also heard somebody say when you come in the saloon, you kind of forget about the rest of the park. And I think that's so cool. Like, you come in here, you have this immersive experience, and then you walk out and you're like, oh, well, there's roller coasters and there's all these other amazing things to do. And that's what makes Silver Dollar City so special.
yeah, there's so much here. Okay, so you mentioned that your scripts kind of you have room for the impromptu and stuff in there. How often do you throw in a line just to see if it works or not?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a lot. And,
Trying to
you
do
listen to the
things.
audience, you think, well, that didn't work. Or maybe it did work. And then you're like, I'll try that again. And
Yeah.
it just depends on the audience, too. Sometimes we get people that are not as loud, but that doesn't mean that they didn't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of depends on the audience.
Yeah. What's the feeling?
So coming as the former train guy, have you ever been accused of stealing the train jokes?
No.
No.
But we have heard, we've heard that before in Branson.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I've never been accused of
We-
specifically the
we would
train
used to
joke.
laugh on the train that, those saloon girls, they steal our lines.
Hey, now we're going to have to use that against the train guys.
Yeah,
Because
you
I'm-
steal our lines.
Well, I mean, an example of it is, particularly Miss Tilly, hey, if I told you to jump off a cliff and land face first on a pile of rocks, would you do that? Not again. That's an Alfie and
Right.
Ralphie line.
That was
we
from
used
Me
out there,
Murphy.
too.
Yeah, I was in New
Right.
Murphy last year. Charlie said it last
Yeah.
year. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mean Murphy, besides Carrie Nation, I think was the next show. So it's a pretty old show.
Old show.
Yeah.
So depending on how old that line is for the train.
Right.
maybe
We'd
you
have to
stole it from
debate
us.
that up. We'll have to find that out.
It's a Pete Herschend original.
Okay.
Well, then we can't argue
Because
with
I
that.
asked him about that after I heard it here. I was going, okay, Pete. So who's got that line? Which is, I did.
All
"That's
right.
my
So
line."
now we know.
Now we
Good
know.
job, Pete.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But, we talked about the people on the stage. What are some other fun moments that you've had?
Well, circling back to the dummy, as we said before, we love to play pranks with that backstage because it's kind of scary looking, honestly. So we have certain cast members that like to hide it in funny places or jump out and scare us when we run off stage with it. So that's one of my favorite jokes that happens backstage.
Yes, we have lots of funny things, that might be really funny to us and maybe not as funny to an audience member. But, putting our skirt up to here and it's supposed to be down here, little things, totally forgetting my lyrics and my solo and just I mean, it has all happened. I felt like I've had peanut butter on the top of my mouth and I can't get my word out,
Right.
And then Bill will always throw in the line, well, I'm breaking my new teeth in. So you can cover yourself when you start getting
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
But it
there's
happens.
so many.
5
jokes.
times a day, you kind of get in a robotic mode because it's muscle memory. But then sometimes that has a glitch and you
Yeah, you glitch out.
The brain shuts off and you
Yes.
realize you're thinking here while you're actually.
right exactly.
Yeah, you wake up and
Yeah.
oh no.
Exactly. But the great part is we are professionals, so we've most learned how to recover from that. Just keep going, charge through, and it'll be
I'm
okay.
sure most of the time the audience has no idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Such
Yep.
a small little glitch. But
Yeah, we would see that on the train too. Alfie would start delivering Ralphie's lines, and you're kind of going, "Wait a minute, I thought that was me."
Yeah.
Well, I was that
Just
the other
roll
day.
with
So, how often do you switch parts?
All the time.
All the time.
Actually, we call it character bingo. I just got character bingo a couple days ago. So, but
Okay.
means I played every character in the saloon, including a male role.
Yep. Yeah, we've done an all girls
Done it all.
show, or
We've done it all, or mostly girl.
girls as Roots and Coons, and then we had a Bart. So.
Yeah, we've done a
Okay.
mostly girl.
But we've
show.
had a Bart turn into a Claire. I mean, we've done every version
Yeah.
of the show. We've done a 3-girl show. We do whatever you got to do to make the show go on because that's show business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was so much to talk about. We've still got another half of the interview to go where they talk about some of the bloopers and blunders and funny moments and favorite guests and all sorts of fun things. So be sure to tune in for that. That'll be coming up in a week. I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons for helping make things like this possible, and a huge thank you to Silver Dollar City's PR department for opening up their doors and allowing us to come and do this. We couldn't have done it without them. And thank you so incredibly much for watching. God bless.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, your ideas. Be sure to share them in the comments below, or you can contact me. There's information in the description that has my email address, fan pages, information about merchandise, and so much more. So be sure to check that out. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and if you haven't already, hit the button right up there to subscribe. And in fact, if you did enjoy this, I've even got another video for you right here. And also about these wonderful people here, those are my YouTube members and my patrons, the ones whose financial support makes this possible. I couldn't do it without them. If you want to know more about that and the perks that come with it, well, be sure to check the description. There's a link right down there. Thank you so incredibly much. God bless.